Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, back again with another movie review. I just came out of the cinema after seeing The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and this movie is what I would call a sleeper, because first of all, it hasn't really gotten very good reviews, but second of all, it will surprise you, because it's got a very intricate story, and if you're familiar with the mythology of Merlin, then you will be pretty comfortable with the storyline. I'm not going to give away too terribly much of the synopsis of the plot, just the fact that Bathazaar, who's played by Nicolas Cage, is looking for the Prime Merlinian, who he searches eons and decades to actually locate the Prime Merlinian, and he encounters him originally in the year 2000, and that would be David. Of course, at this time, David forgets all about the happenstance that occurred. Of course, there are people that told him, "Oh, it's all in your head. You need to seek help." And he does that, and he goes into physics and teaches physics, as well as gives dissertations on his theorems, and he has a working Tesla coil in his laboratory that has been given to him. It's actually quite fascinating, but the whole story itself, it reminds me of what I've heard a lot from Greg Braden and Dr. Wayne Dyer. If you're familiar with any of their work, then this will probably interest you as well, because it deals with the same sort of thought process, and it's also a very enjoyable film and very enlightening, and I think that a lot of people can get a lot from it and enjoy it, not just for its entertainment value. I mean, the visual effects are just phenomenal, and the soundtrack is great as well. The acting was really wonderful as well. I thought that Nicolas Cage as Balthazar was extremely convincing, and I'm not sure who the kid is who played the grown-up version of David, who becomes Balthazar's apprentice. But he kind of reminded me of Zach Levi in a way, just by the goofy way that he acts, and he sounded like William Barfay from the 26th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, which I thought was very amusing. I mean, if you've seen the musical, then you think, yeah, that's William Barfay. Only he's a physics geek, and his life is pretty ordinary, but his world is completely flip-flopped when he relearns his actual destiny, when Horgath is accidentally released from this device. It's a nesting doll that that Balthazar has imprisoned him in. Oops. It's called a Grimhold. But anyway, you know, I'm not gonna get too terribly much into that, but it's a very interesting film, and it really holds your attention, and there's even a little bit of romance involved with David and his love interest, which I thought was very sweet. And there's a love interest with Balthazar and Veronica, and that has been going on for millennia, and you just want the best for both of the characters, and you see the similarities between their personalities and their moral compasses, and what they would do for the women that they love. And it really touched me, as well as the paternal dynamic between Balthazar and David, and I thought that was really quite well done and extremely touching. I cried. I was not aware that I would cry seeing this movie. I just didn't ever expect that. And if you are a fan of Fantasia, then you will notice that the score for The Sorcerer's Apprentice is actually used in one scene. It's a huge nod toward that, and there are a lot of references to the original Fantasia. It's quite amusing. That is probably my favorite scene in the whole movie, other than when he's trying to control Plasma Bolt, which gave me shades of Dragon Ball Z. If you've seen Dragon Ball Z, then you understand what I mean. But yeah, Kameha, Kameha. But it was a very enjoyable, entertaining, and just remarkable film that I thought was very enlightening, and I could really relate to David. I thought that his character is a lot like mine. Sometimes I tend to be a little awkward at times, but in the end everything manages to come out right, and all will be well. But stay tuned after the credits for an extra, which I thought was very, very interesting. It makes you wonder about whatever happened at the end after all is said and done, after the massive climax at the denouement after that. I'm not going to say what happens, because if I do, it will spoil everything, so nothing out of me. Not even if you torture me. But if you enjoy Jerry Bruckheimer's films, I would definitely recommend this. This is just fabulous. 4 stars, hands down. I don't care what the other critics say. I adore this film. I'm going to have to see it again. I liked it that much. It was just really amazing, and everything about it was great. I mean, maybe actually the only nitpick that I had was there was one scene in which the pentacle wasn't facing the right way. If it were a true pentacle of satanic witchcraft, it would have been faced the opposite direction, because Wiccans are good witches and their pentacles face upward instead of downward. So I thought, I don't know, that's maybe a little bit offensive to Wiccans if they see it. But anyway, I just thought I would throw that in there as a little tidbit. But it was a very enjoyable film, and I would definitely recommend it if you like Bruckheimer's work, and if you like Nicolas Cage. He was just outstanding, just very, very wonderful, this magnificent. I thought it was a very magical film, and very entertaining and funny and fast-paced, and it just holds your attention and just won't let you go. So if you have an inclination to see Sorcerer's Apprentice, and I would take it. Just go check it out. You might be surprised. You may like it in the end. 2 thumbs way up.